When it comes to wilderness, no place in Idaho has been more contentious for more years than the Boulder and White Cloud Mountains. Like the Sawtooth Range 20 miles away, the Boulder-White Clouds are part of the Sawtooth National Recreation Area. But unlike the Sawtooths, which received wilderness status in 1972, the fate of this 500,000 acres has been, well, complicated. Back in the 1970s, it was enough to have saved this area from a 600-foot-deep open-pit molybdenum mine near iconic Castle Peak, the area's largest mountain. Since then, one of the last, largest, unprotected roadless landscapes in the lower 48 states has remained an area of study and controversy. So, is this even worthy of wilderness status? Well, the land can speak for itself. Many recreationists, particularly those favoring motorized vehicle use, argue that current Forest Service management is sufficient protection for this magnificent landscape. Others disagree. They want the ironclad protection that a congressionally mandated wilderness provides. And Republican Congressman Mike Simpson is in that camp.
I think when God takes a vacation, he goes to the Boulder-White Clouds. The streams, the lakes, the forests, the mountain peaks are his cathedrals. And you don't desecrate a cathedral, you preserve it.
But a decade of failed attempts to pass the measure has convinced others that there must be a better way. And that better way, they believe, is a national monument.
One of the benefits of monument status over pure wilderness is you can negotiate the usage plan where you can include more users, whereas wilderness is very strict and it's these groups are in and these groups are out. So being able to designate monument status as opposed to wilderness, it gives you a lot more flexibility, and I think the flexibility is what's key in broadening out land protection.
Baker and others are convinced that national monument status is a better fit for a younger generation of Americans.
And I think had mountain biking existed in 1964, we would not see the ban that we see on it now. And I don't think it sends the right message when you have a large group of mountain bikers who want to be able to continue their sport, but also are land preservationists.
In nearby Blaine County, in the bike-friendly towns of Ketchum and Sun Valley, the National Monument concept has many friends.
The world is changing. I mean, we are getting a little bit older, like me. A lot of them can't hike anymore or backpack. And mountain biking is my way of getting out into the mountains. I just think with the advent of the National Monument, it gives us a lot more leeway, it gives us more flexibility, and it creates recreation in our backyard here that we might not have access to otherwise.
On the other end of the White Clouds, in rural Custer County, one is hard-pressed to find any supporters of a national monument.
As I stated in the start, this entire proposal is an inappropriate use of the Antiquities Act and is a sham. This is not a public process. Things will not remain the same, and the proposed economic boom to this area is nothing but a gross fabrication.
How many people in here, let's show the hands, are against this national monument? Thank you.
In fact, a November 2014 advisory vote rejected the monument concept by a whopping 90%.
Oh, it's fascinating. Just, you know, now I wouldn't say New West, Old West, I'd just say two different Wests, you know. And I think it's the uncertainty over what it all means that gets people concerned. And that's why I've argued, if it ends up going the monument route, get involved in arguing for things that can go in the proclamation. A president can do anything they want in a proclamation. They can't create wilderness, but they can do about everything else.
So what's in store for the Boulder-White Clouds? At the Frank Church Conference on Wilderness, Congressman Simpson made this prediction.
I will tell you, though, and I firmly believe this, that next year at this time, at this conference, one of two things will happen. The Boulder-White Clouds will be a national monument, or it will be protected wilderness.
Whatever happens, we've seen a serious attempt to look beyond wilderness for an alternative, something that protects the land and speaks to the preferences of a changing demographic.